right, that like crypto is always and every time a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, of course, if you're doing it like that, of course it's going to be a Ponzi scheme because that's the way how you set it up, and it's it's frustrating me to death.
Do you think he understands it? Like the founder of this company really understand? I don't need anyone else to understand it, but the founder of the company. Does he understand that this is not the way forward, or he thinks that he's very maximalist on Newcoin, as I am?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
hard
really
to
don't
tell.
know.
It's hard to tell.
Mhm.
Yeah, like that. Again, can you repeat the name of the uh, uh, when you think about others as their idol, or you pick an idol or pick a celebrity and
And
value.
like a parasocial relationship.
Parasocial.
Parasocial, yeah, and like the most like strong example of this is the type of thing that happens on OnlyFans. Where like you have a kind of a creator or like sort of somebody who like the job is to simulate to have a relationship, like a romantic and sexual relationship with all of the fans, where like all of the fans they are entertaining the fantasy that they have a relationship with this person and they actually know them, yet that is the product, that is what is being monetized.
Okay, interesting. That's exactly what I'm
And then
doing
they
in
just
life.
like they and these people, these fans, they can like just sacrifice their entire lives, like they can work like 3 jobs to buy nice presents to actually entertain the fantasy that this person will one day actually really choose for them. And it's a very fascinating thing that is just really like also in this time, like some like a thing that is incredibly common for like a whole range of reasons, kind of anthropologically and sociologically and economically.
Right. I, yeah, you just gave me such a huge missing puzzle again, and this is exactly what's happening on New Life. I think everyone is a bot there, and the only thing that I'm doing is creating basically this OnlyFans persona that is catering to all the potential, all the people that would watch it. And a question is if anyone's gonna watch it. Anyway, but you just
Mhm.
really resolved that for me in a way that is very intense. Thank you. It's a very hard pill to swallow, and yeah, it's not between not the relationship with me and the founder, but it's the relationship with me and my audience that is that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. And do you think it's a mental health disorder or it's a normal conditioning of a human being in our life, where we live in, and because of the current state of
I don't
society?
know. Like I still have to kind of puzzle that out,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm almost done with my first NFT collection.
Oh, okay. What
Actually,
what is it like?
yeah, yeah. It's kind of old photography from like 2014 to 2016, where my sort of, it was back in that time where I discovered Tumblr, where I started being active on Tumblr, and then like your mind is getting shaped by this whole notion of what also in New Life is called the aesthetic. Like sort of the
Sure.
way how you look at things due to your brain being trained of seeing specific type of combinations of imagery, and the significance behind this was kind of forming around that time.
Cool. And
So this is a way, like, sort of how you can kind of track
that's
um,
amazing.
a specific way of looking at things and the origins almost, and it has like a lot of liminal spaces, and it's very interesting.
What do you mean by liminal spaces when you refer to liminal spaces this way?
Yeah, like just the internet genre of liminal spaces, like these specific kind of empty architectural spaces that sort of seems portals to different realities
Yeah, yeah.
because of the way how they kind of evoke specific kind of memories that seem kind of like outside of place and time.
What's it called? The series.
Retro extraction.
Nice. Retro expection.
Retro extraction, yeah.
I like the name a lot. Yeah, this is gonna be big. So which platform are you planning to post it on?
No, hopefully New Life, but like it's even I don't even have enough new coin to actually mint even one NFT. So I just was like,
What?
this is what I'm set to
What?
toast. Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck? You
No!
know?
No! Wait, sorry, this is a big one. No, 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 no. Sorry, this is gonna be reactionary, but oh
That's bizarre, right? Like
no! No, 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 no. This is, if you haven't been paid for the past 5 years, you're gonna have unlimited amount of you're gonna have resource of all the new coins in the world to post. I don't know, 70 images that you got, however many you got.
yeah. Like this is the
Oh,
thing. Like I think indeed like I would deserve, especially also like when being a
deserve.
DAO member. Like what I want to do is at Seeds to Meet actually organize a IRL New Life conference
Yeah,
with exhibition, lectures,
yeah.
workshops, music,
I
etc.
see it
You
coming
know,
when you invited me there. That was my New Life event. So what else is possible? I definitely see
So
that
this is the
coming.
thing. Like, and I really want to make it happen. So
Amazing. Very
I hope that
cool.
that's gonna be like my contribution. But at the same time, like everything sometimes also seems like such a mess that I'm just continuously being in doubt of like is it still worth it to like take this level of seriously?
I see. That's why I'm with you. I'm with you. Same. And you know what? Um,
Like
yeah.
it's kind of the vision is
Yeah.
there. It's kind of genius, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm like, you know, there's so many things that just do not add up. That like
Yeah.
it still seems like just blown up beyond what it actually is, and wondering who is actually using it. Like, and
Yeah.
I think many people that have been engaged with it, like they will at some point like run into this kind of limitation of like, okay, but what is this platform actually? Who's using it? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the biggest problem that I have at crypto events that I go to and present myself as Web3 media is that they ask me, where do you publish what your Web3 media is on? And instead of saying new coin, new life, I say everywhere where you're at, everywhere where you can find me, and my content is not visible if you're not ready to see it. Because when I was saying
mhm.
that New Life and New Coin, that I feel like I was basically working for free on as a communications co-founder, and in fact, obviously, it's not in the factual events that we're seeing unfold. They're not that, and it's not about the name or actual, like, my work is that it's there, but it like, how could I put it? Like, it's the same with what you're creating with the event. You're talking about the event, you're planning the event, you already created that event for me, and no, personally, I had an experience of the preview of what you're going to be building for that experience, and I totally
Yeah,
see it and approve it. But there has to be a budget for it, and it has to be a budget of
yeah.
fiat money, and yeah, and there has to be like a whole hand of a New Life, that is, or New Coin, whatever foundation is, that it's the event spaces creation, and there will be specific budgeting for you as a organizer, for me as
Yeah, yeah.
a communications and promoter of the event, because I'll be the one curating the kind of people that will be actually going to that event. I know that because I know exactly who needs to be part of it, because whose voices are not being heard in the Web3 world, who have no access to. Because the biggest thing that I was also doing in this conference and seeing which faces and voices are want to be on these events but cannot afford it. Like, similarly as I entered that after party for without being invited, and it really triggered you, which I respect so much, and I apologize for being myself without seeing how you're reacting closely soon enough to be able to exit and not engage in that experience. But you got this preview of how I am at these events, and very triggering for others as well. And I'm saying I'm doing that so that I can see who is at the event and who are not present, so that we can invite more people to rebalance the frequency of that event, so that it adds up to a much more holistic narrative for the Web3 community. Anyway, so it's a proof of understanding how it would be cool to curate certain. And I have a vision of having New Life events specifically in the Netherlands. It's just how it's always been. Before I met you in person, I went to the Next Web event, the Next Web, and I actually paid for a ticket. It wasn't the Web3 event, so I paid for my, like 400, whatever, 500 for a ticket. And I was staying in a hotel at, I told you, I think Zandam. And I had a vision, and that in Zandam, or somewhere outside of Amsterdam, there will be a huge event that will last for 2 weeks, with the moon, new moon starting, full moon ending, and it will be a very beautiful deep down into community with spirituality and physical workshops, and not only this cognitive aspect of things, but also the spiritual. So it's like it's like masculine and feminine. The first 7 days we're exploring our more masculine and more cognitive sense and space and getting to know each other, and the next 7 days of event is more integrations, resting, cuddle puddles, dancing, psychedelics if needed, and all of that. And I saw that again on the lands where you're at right now, so it's just uncanny. It's definitely synchronistic that we share that vision.
Interesting.
So I see that also for October already. I see it very fast. I see it for October 2022. I don't know what the dates that you've set with Toast, but
no. Like, I mean, that's like sort of something that I still, but I really have to go. By the way,
okay.
like, fuck, I really have to, like, really have to go. Really have to go.
All right, go.
Yeah.
We'll talk again at some point. It's lovely to connect with you live again. Honestly, it's been a while. Sending a huge hug, Victor. Thank you.
Yeah. Great. Hey, talk to you very soon. Probably tonight already.
All right. Yeah, I'm here at home.
Okay.
Bye.